Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good news, bad news, and ugly news. So, yes, it is the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I know I look like shit, but man, I've been working for 6.5 years straight and doing nothing else. I've run into a lot of problems, but a few hours before I ran into problems, I figured out the locations of where this year's hurricanes are probably going to go. If you look at I did a bunch of research and I'm going to try and make a video, but they came after my computer 2 hours after I posted it. I posted it on Facebook that I believe the September hurricane is going to come to the northeast, anywhere between New York and Maine. And the October hurricane is going to hit Crystal River in Florida. It's very simple if you want to track it down. You know that like half of the world uses carbon as the only science in the world. The other half, and they're the Democrats. The other half is Republican, and they only use grand solar minimum. I am Star-Lord New Thor 7, and I use everything because I'm eclectic in my knowledge. So I use Jupiter and Saturn and all the gas giants on the same side and planet Eris. And you know that before 2017, I predicted we would get hit by 2 or more hurricanes, and we did. You know that before 2018, I said we would get hit by 2 or more hurricanes, and we did. It is now 2019, and even though everybody is trying to take me out, and I don't think it's government level, I literally think it's the controlled opposition within YouTube. Same people who are buddies with the NSA and buddies with Google guys are trying to control the opposition and water it down with politics. And so if you will check October 11th, 2017, Hurricane Nate hit Biloxi, Mississippi. Are you with me? So then October 16th, 2018, Hurricane Michael hit Mexico City, Florida. So if I am correct, and these are the planets that are affecting the pressure on our atmosphere, then that means Nate is 210 miles. Hurricane Nate was 210 miles from Michael, which means from Biloxi to Mexico Beach, that is a 210 mile span. So if you go 210 miles from Mexico City to over, that will put you at around Clear Lake in Florida. Do you understand what I'm saying? If it is the planet, and if I am correct, that means it's as simple as that. Okay? So that means around October 11th through the 15th, asterisk, give me a week, therefore, we're probably going to see a category 3 to category 5 hurricane affect Florida, and then it'll curve all the way up the coast. All right. Now, as you will notice, so like I said, I came after my computer 2 hours after I did it. Hurricane Irma, guess when it hit? September 13th. Hurricane Florence, guess when it hit? September 18th. So Irma hit the Florida Keys, right? Irma hit the Florida Keys on September 13th, 2017. Then September 18th, Hurricane Florence, which I was the first person on earth to warn you guys that it would hit the East Coast, while for a week, all pro meteorologists were like, that's no threat. I was like, it's a mofo threat. You can go back and check it, though Google has been dropping me out of search results for a couple months now. Google is not your friend, dude. Okay, so now this one is a little rougher because it was easier to trace the straight line. And if you look at Hurricane Nate and Michael, they pretty much come from the same place. Thank you, Mark Mucci. So if you look at Hurricane Nate and Michael, they pretty much originate from the same place. If you look at Hurricane Irma and Florence, they originate from the same place. And so Hurricane Irma hit the Florida Keys, and then Florence hit Wilmington, North Carolina. So using that same distance method, I tried to figure it out. Now, the good news on this one in September, around September 20th, is there's a chance it could get close and curve out to see if we are lucky. Okay, do you hear me? So if it gets close and curves out to see around the date, that would be good news if that one doesn't hit. But looking at the tracks, it looks like it would hit somewhere anywhere from as low as New York to as high as Maine. And you can tilt this up and down a few miles, and you can move with the dates a few miles. Okay? And so 2 hours after I figured this out, I posted it on Twitter, I posted it on Facebook. 2 hours after that, even though my computer's working, the whole screen went just black blank. And so the computer was working, but the display on my computer blacked out. And so I quickly shut it off, unplugged the internet, turned it back on again. So it still works, but they are going to come after me. They're, it's a small regime of very rich, quote, kids. You got a North California real estate inheritee. You got a Texas oil inheritee who was dating a pop star who's making shit tons off of corn investments. You've got high frequency traders within Grand Solar Minimum who are trying to control the fucking market here. It's just like a movie. And so I have seen over the last few years, even though I've been doing this for 6.5 years, trying to bring everybody together, I've seen people take basically all the shit I'm saying, claim it's their own while I'm getting hacked, and then make fun of me for being like, oh, you can't even fucking pay rent. Nah, dude, I'm fighting fucking Goog and Magog, or Google and Magak. Okay? So I have given you the information. I'm going to try to actually make a video with everything unplugged and then try and unload it at a time they might be asleep, where I can show this out in pictures and better descriptions and stuff. Okay? But like I said, they all, they're cocky, man. It's how it goes every single month. They have a lot of money, they do a lot of drugs, and they think they've been gods for the last few years. But everything has been changing, and we are in karma season. So this is how it usually goes. Around the 26th or 27th, they get real cocky. And then you guys save me through your contributions, donations, care packages, which I'm definitely going to need this month. My address is 5430 Birdwood Road, Houston, Texas, 77096. I repeat that again. My name is T. Lewison, 5430 Birdwood Road, Houston, Texas, 77096, apartment number 416. And my PayPal address is just PayPal/.me Thor News. And that I appreciate all your support. You can ask my neighbor. All I've basically done since I've lived in this apartment is work. And I have never been married. I ain't got no kids. I really haven't had much of a dating life. All I do is work. And that is how I've done so well, in my opinion. So they usually freak out every single time I make rent every month, and it's only $575. And so the day they freak out is usually the 4th, which is the day I made it, and then I paid rent, and things are decent. Although they may knock the computer out this time. Last week, someone showed up at my doorstep saying he's a big Thor News fan, he need to answer questions. I tried to help him, and he left after 2 days. But that's when my hacking problem started. I'm worried. They got the code to my router. I'm going to have to get a new fucking router. No good deed goes unpunished, it would seem. So no matter what, even if I end up homeless, hopefully in 88 days, you guys will find me on the streets if I was correct with my hurricane predictions, location, and dates. Because you have to know at this point, if I am correct, and I have predicted this off of planetary alignments and planetary movements, that pretty much dispels the majority of all carbon science all the time. It also pops the bubble of grand solar minimum. And I guarantee you we're going to see major sunspot activity in the months leading up to September and October and during those months. The solar system is a very complicated place. Nobody understands it all. The main motivator for almost all people on the planet is money. And so when you hear a lot of people talking about they have, what is it? What disease? Like imposter syndrome. Well, a lot of them have imposter syndrome because the oil and war machine has been handing them bad data to hand to the public. So at the end of the day, for feeling guilty for lying to the people, you get something called imposter syndrome, I think. Anywho, July is going to be freaking crazy. It's going to be like a war between good and evil. It's going to be a war between like Archangel Michael and Jesus Christ versus the devil, Lucifer, Cthulhu, and whatever else fucking bad demons are out there. And I want to tell you, we got right now Jupiter retrograde, Saturn retrograde, Pluto retrograde, Ceres retrograde, Neptune retrograde. And when Neptune went retrograde, everybody freaked out. Everybody, like, they've been losing their minds. And Pluto's retrograde, so the underworld's kind of losing its mind. We've almost gone to World War III with Russia and China 4 times in the last 33 days. We had an excursion in Venezuela. They intercepted airplanes off the coast of California and Alaska. They had ships collide again in the Arabian Sea. And then it was like 2 days ago, I forgot what kicked it off. Oh, and the Neptune thing. Oh, yeah. And then Trump went after the Federal Reserve. The 2 biggest gangsters in the world. And I don't mean that as a negative. You know, are, well, the one you can't even say, or you get in big trouble. You guys can figure it out. But the second one is the Federal Reserve, dude. They control our money. They control our dollars. If I've learned one thing, one big bear you can't just poke in the face is the Fed. I mean, maybe he can, maybe work it all out. All I'm saying is that everybody is fighting everybody. Everybody's mad at everybody. Everybody's holding grudges. Nobody wants to work together. And so you got Mercury going retrograde on the 7th. You have a full solar eclipse on the 2nd of July. July is going to be wild. You need to buckle up. You need to prepare. A lot of people are going to be talking shit. I wouldn't do that. I'm trying not to do that, even though I got a lot of people who almost for a year have been trying to drive me homeless, steal my work, gossip about me. But I'm Thor News, man. So I got to stay composed, and I'm asking you to stay composed as well. Now, if you can pass this information along, there is a chance. I'm a YouTuber, and we all make mistakes. There is a chance my information is going to be incorrect. But I don't see any problem with pretty much everybody on the coast looking at it like it's going to be true. And we have hurricanes coming to Florida and the northeast coast, anywhere from New York to Maine. Like I said, if you look at the dates, Nate hit October 11th. Hurricane Michael hit October 16th. I believe the hurricane that is coming to Crystal River, Florida, will be there around 11th to 16th. You'll see it develop around the 7th. Hurricane Irma hit September 13th. Hurricane Florence hit September 18th. And then the hurricane that will probably hit the northeast or possibly curve out will be around September 15th through the 20th. And so, like I said, you have most people believing carbon runs everything. You have most people believing that geoengineering runs everything. But the truth of the matter is, man, it is the sun, it is Venus, it is the moon, it is Jupiter, it is Saturn, it is our entire heavenly firmament. I don't know why everybody started losing faith in the sun or losing faith in the sky. I have lost 2 fathers. So the fact that we have a sun and we have a moon that greet me pretty much every single day means a lot to me. I believe in the sun as much as I believe in God. It gives us light, it gives us everything. And if you think there's a human factor more powerful than the sun, then I don't even know why you're at Thor News, man. Okay, so like I said, the eclipse, the big eclipse, and supposedly it's like a dark moon Lilith / angry Venus eclipse. So prepare for weird strangeness. I know that some of the groups that I've been dealing up against, you don't hear them talk about Jesus Christ. You don't hear them talk about their faith in God, even mention it at all. And I want to ask you, do you get the feeling they care about people? At the end of the day, when you are watching other YouTubers who are giving you information, and this even goes to politics, that are giving you information, that you are getting information of, do you really get the feeling in their heart they care about people? Do you really get the feeling in their heart they have empathy? And that so that when you feel pain, they feel pain. That when our nation is in turmoil, they are in turmoil. Or do you get the feeling they are unempathetic, that they are more like accountants slash bean counters, and they are going through the motions? So that's all I'm asking. Like, at the end of the day, who cares about your baby? Who loves you, baby? Who really wants America to start heading in good directions where we start ripping each other apart? I've said for a long time, it feels like we are under an anti-human regime for years. Since 1996, it has almost been like Mars has been running our media, running our politics, and getting everyone to hate everybody at all times. And it has never felt more like that. So I'm asking, as I have been for 6.5 years, for all people of Earth to come together, because we live in a corporate feudal system where you have about 40 to 50 corporations slash families slash groups that are running the show, and that they can't decide. The only thing they can decide on is that how to make as much money right now as possible, and they are trying to buy the time. But there are 7 billion of us. There are 1 billion families on this planet. And now is the time to come together. We are running out of time, people. I mean, cryptocurrencies, the reason I started my YouTube channel was because hyperinflation was a clear and present danger to all of us. Now, people have gotten a little cocky because through cryptocurrencies, they can control hyperinflation some. And so, but nobody knows when that will trigger off. But what I'm saying is we have a lot of global problems that need to be fixed. And from what I understand, a lot of these super rich secret society people, a lot of them, like most of us for the last few years, have been undergoing divorces, major family strife. So it's like, dude, if you can't even handle a marriage and make a marriage work successfully, how the hell do you think you would pull off some multi-layered depopulation thing with 7 billion people, get everything to work, and then have everything work as like a wee society as soon as you did it? It would never work. And I ask you to watch your own marriage to see what the hell I'm talking about. All right. So I want to thank everyone who has ever contributed, support. We are closer to the things than we've ever been, because this is the unveiling period. This is the apocalypse. It just means that the truth is rising, and that the people who have been profiting from fear and deception, they can feel the ground under them shaking. They can feel the ways aren't working anymore. And so somehow, if I don't make it, if I don't live through the week, and I don't make it to my hurricane predictions, just know that I love you. I did everything I could in my power to bring the people together and to get us into a better future. And so I would have died. If I die somehow, I'll be a superhero for sure. And I think a lot of people who always hated me because I remind them of the man or woman they should have been. All right, so I love you guys. If you want me to stay in this game, I am definitely going to need your help between now and the 4th, and technically always, but I'm saying they're coming after me hard because, hey, I think I just figured out the hurricane dates, which I'd already figured out months ago. The locations, I think I got the locations. I'm fantastic. My computer they may hack the shit out of that, but what I'm saying is, am I okay? I just figured out what no scientist and no man on the planet has. I think, I could be wrong, but like I said, Hurricane Nate, October 11th, Hurricane Michael, October 16th. So yeah, expect one around the same day. The Earth's alignment's still the same. Jupiter and Saturn are close to where they were before. Hurricane Irma, September 13th. Hurricane Florence, September 18th. Hurricane X, probably around September 15th through the 20th, northeast coast. The other hurricane is coming to Crystal River, Florida, or somewhere around there. You know, I'm the only man on the planet who's like, hey guys, we're gonna hit by 2 or more hurricanes in 2017. I was the only man on the planet who said, hey guys, we're gonna hit by 2 or more hurricanes in 2018. I was the only man on the planet with Hurricane Florence who said, this thing's gonna hit a week before everybody else. So when Bitcoin hit 23,000, it was at 17,000. I made a video I told you they're going to pop the bubble just like they did with the pets.com to get normal people out of it. And so that's what they did with Bitcoin. It is a great investment. If society doesn't collapse, that's where all the money is going to go. And so they're playing games with Bitcoin as well. That prediction has come true. And the reason I figure it out is because A, my heart is in the right place, and B, I'm not out to get rich, to get famous, to be powerful. Technically, I'm more powerful than I ever wanted to be. I'm out here to make the world a better place. Because when the rock and roll comes back and comedy comes back and the world is a beautiful place again, that is when I win. So, I want to say thank you guys again. And yes, we'll see what happens. I'm going to try to make a video. Like I said, like literally just a blank screen went out. And like, for example, usually semis don't park there. That semi's been there for a week. They may or may not be protecting me. I know that Houston, Texas itself is weird. Anywho, but so if you would like to continue to have honest, good men who try to bring you the truth without any political fucking bullshit, or who aren't high frequency trading corn futures while trying to tell you guys watered down information, you can send your donations, contributions to 5430 Birdwood Road, number 416, Houston, Texas 77096. And my PayPal is https whatever / paypal.me / Thor News. I'm gonna need about the usual $500 or $600 to make rent. And I think I've done a great job for 6.5 years. I know my health has gone to shit. I lost my car, I lost my family, lost my friends, because trying to bring people the good information has been weird. But it is a miracle that I'm still here. All your prayers help. All your good thoughts help. And just know that there are good people out there in the world who are fighting for you, fighting for the truth, and fighting to make the future a better place. There's a very small group who right now have a whole lot of power digitally. You know, like in the real world, they take shits just like us. They cry just like us. They have bad relationships just like us. But right now in the digital world, they are very powerful. They're like NSA / Goog Mafia. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I love you guys. I have never sold you fear. I believe if there's any reason you guys have come to me again and again, it's because I do what I can to bring you comedy, inspiration, and hope. Hope that I believe in. Just the same way that a lot of my predictions have come true, I predict that we will get to a good point where the people who have been profiting off of our fear and our anger and the deception are no longer going to get away with what they do. And the good people, where there are a lot of them on this whole planet, are going to get a chance to make the world a better place again. Because it stopped right around Kurt Cobain getting killed, and then it's just been a shithole slide downward. And everybody, they have you focused everything on politics when politicians don't solve problems, man. That's just, sorry, I've been saying that since 2013. Sorry if that makes your butt hurt and blood come out of your face. But politicians don't solve problems. Okay? So, I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Stay cool. Now, I think Houston is protected. I, like a lot of people, believe that you can affect things with your mind. I know that me, Apollo, and Fitzroy are doing pretty well, although Sam is freaking out. I don't know, him and Taylor's baby mama drama needs to be figured out. It's not my freaking fault. But I think if everybody in Houston stays cool, South Texas stays cool, we will be okay. I cannot give you a clearance before like September 13th. From now to September 13th, I don't know what is going to happen. I could figure it out based off the information I have if I could have X amount of time to work without having a giant team of spoiled brat rich kids fuck with me all the time. You know what I'm saying, man? So, love you guys. Stay cool. I'll talk to you when you can. I am keeping my wits. I'm just real like hyper because, dude, if I'm right, okay, and I wouldn't mind being wrong because I don't want to talk about hurricanes and weather all the time. That is no fun, man. No fun. That is never what I intend to do with my damn channel. I just happen to be really good at it, so I feel like it is a duty. And I had 2 Air Force dads. And so the same loyalty to the people. I got that from my dads, and they're dead. So if I died today, dude, I get to go be with my dads. So I do what I can to help, and but I'm keeping my cool for sure. You know, like, but like think about it. If I'm right, I did some pretty cool stuff. I mean, that's I doubt they'll give me a Nobel Prize for it. You know, did you know the Nobel is actually the oil family? Yeah, that is correct. I've been telling you everything that runs the world is oil and war, and they don't ever want to change that. I know that for a fact. You know the Nobel Peace Prize? It's named after an oil family, bro. You know that one sentence I can say about oil that could get me killed today or tomorrow? I don't say it, but I don't think oil comes from dinosaur bones, man. You know what I'm saying? Kids may buy that shit. Hey, dude, dinosaurs. And then they turn into oil. Anywho, I love you guys. Now it is weird. Life is weird. I love you, but like I said, I'm super excited because I think I was worried I wasn't going to be able to figure out the location of these hurricanes, and I hope I'm not. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, so there are no hurricanes that hit. But if I am right, we got like 80 days to figure this out, to work with it, no matter what. We need to look for indications and signs that they're coming. The escape routes for the hurricane routes need to be cleared. But that's why I know that, like I said, you said, oh, you're bringing up like Obama. Like, dude, billionaires love money. Trillionaires love money. They look at you people as commodities. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I guarantee you. Like, honestly, ask yourself in your heart of hearts, how much does Taylor Swift care about human beings? How much does Taylor Swift care about the welfare of other people? And that is what we are talking about. People who have just gotten so fucking crazy and angry and mean and just like willing to Aztec offer 100 million people to whatever fucking god they worship. They're here with us on the planet right now. Every single form has been like reborn. Dude, if you don't think there are people who, it's called schadenfreude. It's like Martian. So that's why I'm just saying the same thing with the other truthers and the truth community. At the end of the day, are they trying to help you? Are they trying to make the world a better place? Or are they just cashing in and laughing at you? I guarantee you there is a deep and heavy, deep fake situation going on in YouTube. The same people who have tried to make music controlled by as few hands as possible are the same people who are trying to make YouTube controlled by as tiny hands as possible. They've been using the deepfake technology against everybody since about 2006, okay? So like almost nothing you can try, and they've gotten so cocky. They've gotten so arrogant, and I've seen over the last few months, they've gotten so sloppy. They are losing their minds. So I just need to hang in there. But once again, I will say, listen to the people that is giving you information and ask yourself, do they care about the welfare of other human beings? Or is fear and anger the base of what they're giving you? Because if you're selling people fear and anger, that means you're making a lot of money. Anyway, I love y'all. It's going to be weird. I'll state it again. We have Jupiter retrograde, Saturn retrograde, Pluto retrograde, Ceres retrograde, retrograde, Neptune retrograde. There's my baby Jupiter. I don't know if you can see her. Love you. I love you. All right. My neighbors love me. Astrid? Hey, these guys are great. I'm pretty sure they're both packing. So if you want to come visit, stay cool. Yeah, and then you got full solar eclipse coming July 2nd. You got Mercury going retrograde on July 7th. So you're going to have like 5 of the major planets. I include Pluto, y'all. Retrograde. And it's the frequency that affects us. Like, it's like if you're listening to it's like red shifting, blue shifting. But it's with sound and energy. We got the interstellar medium was a problem when I went and hung out in NASAville for a few days. We were talking about interstellar medium. It's fucking real. Okay. Love you. This was kind of fun. And it's all very exciting. It is all very exciting. And, you know, the whole thing, the optical tech. NASA's 36 miles that way. So I am very grateful for this porch because the things that I have seen in the last 2 years on this porch, or my whole life, are utterly amazing. And the technologies we have available to at least certain industries would blow your mind. Blow your mind. And I'm pretty sure I got, this may sound crazy, but I remember I have 2 Air Force dads, so I got some of the Air Force people who are big fans who do what they can to keep me safe. You know, they don't control digital though. So, you know, I love you guys and would say something dumb like, man, I wished I had a cute girl to sit with me on a patio and watch the stars all night long. But every time I do that, something really bad happens. Or a non-female shows up at my door needing stuff. And not that I'm not trying to help, I'm just saying, whatever. It is weird in 2019. Okay, so final theory. Over the last 7 years, we've seen families get disassembled, marriages get disassembled, friendships get disassembled. So it's like every foundation we have has been totally disassembled. And I believe this is like God in the universe's master plan so that we will get realigned with the friends, the groups, the peoples, the lovers that we are meant to be with over the next decade, 2 decades, 3 decades. And so it's all been very painful, but it is so we can be part of the entire generation that fixes the world, sets us in the right direction for the next 1,000 years. That has always been what I want to do, y'all. Bring peace to Earth and have it last for a long time. And people will say that isn't possible. Well, then I guess if that's what you want to believe, then that's what you're going to believe. But I'm here against all odds 40 years later. So I love you. Thank y'all very much. And I will talk to y'all soon if I can. Then it shows Iran in a partial lunar eclipse. Oh yeah, a lot of people have been talking about the Lincoln. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a Norse Christian Jedi. Leo King is an astrologer who is also in the Navy. He's been talking about the situation that is going on in between the lines like we do when we can. Check him out if you want more realistic information. I definitely, if anyone is trying to pull you to fully support Republicans or pull you to fully support Democrats, stay the fuck away from those people, man. Please. I mean, I'm telling you this, and I've told you this since I did this, that the heroes that will rise are going to need to come from the people. And so, I don't know, I still have leftover angst from, invading Iraq after 9/11 fell. If you go look up a chart of the price of oil, dude, it was flatlined until we invaded Iraq, and then it just shot to the roof, and it has stayed through the roof. Then we gave a blank check to Wall Street, and then Obama put in Medicare, that forced everybody, we had to get like $600 monthly pays, and then it's like a $25,000 deductible. So there's no track record ever of any politician that was totally 100% chance for the people, and this is not blaming them because they will kill you, they will cut your face up, they'll chop up your family. So I'm not blaming anybody, but I'm saying looking to politicians and the political groups behind them and the corporate groups behind them, that's not the solution, man. Asteroid Fight Club. All right. So love you guys. Talk to y'all soon. Yeah, the energy is real. I mean, everybody should be able to feel it. Go back and watch my iPad Goat video. It was pretty spectacular. And it had a lot of stuff in that the fear mongers usually miss. Like I said, they've been selling us Y2K fear for almost 20 years. The world's going to end for 20 years. The Antichrist is going to ride his motorcycle up and ride it up your asshole, and you have no hope. Well, I'm a Texan, and I'm a Norse Christian Jedi, so I don't fear the devil. I don't fear Satan. I don't fear Lucifer. Because with Jesus Christ on my side and God all around, I have incredible strength when I need it, as long as my heart is lined up in the right place. And so we didn't come this far just to get our ass kicked by a bunch of insecure dickheads with really bad plans. Hell no. I'm gonna kiss you right now. There you go. Whoops. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna need all the help I can. And if somehow I find up homeless, somebody come find me. Although, you know, I can't wait because let's say I'm correct and I pick near the location correct and I pick near the date correct. Because, like, for now, it's what is it? I think September. It's shit. Check my chart. So, what is it? The one in October should hit Crystal Beach. I don't recheck. And then the one in September will probably threaten the northeast coast. So if that happens and I predicted dates and locations correctly, I wonder if the media will still be able to completely ignore it. My guess is yes. They have Google locked down. They got the media locked down. But if we ever get to break that stranglehold of really horrible information that they pour into your mind day and night, you will be surprised at how fast everything can improve. And remember, I'm the guy who's been telling you we need to build super cities in safe places since about 2013, 2015. And we need everybody to clear their mind thinking they know exactly what is going on. Erase the chalkboard and let's just come at it like we don't know and we are all going to learn together. I am going to hang in there. You guys have saved me every single time. I have gotten to the edge where I'm like dangling off by one hand. And then you guys have come and pulled and saved me every single time for 3 years. And we are now 2.5 months from hurricane season. And I think I just figured out the dates and locations of the hurricanes. So well, I can't get saved this time. You know, I don't know what to do. Like I said, worst case scenario, come find me if I'm right. God bless you. God bless everyone. And we're going to make it. So try to keep your cool and let go of your grudges, man. Totally let go of your grudges. All right. I love you. Stay cool. Come back at you when I can.